Well, hi, everybody. This is the host of Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark with Gary. I've been getting flooded with emails and texts and all kinds of correspondence why I have dropped the network. Well, there's a lot of reasons what's going on. Number one, my show, Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark, is growing like crazy. The listenership is like it's never been before, and it's growing worldwide. And, being pretty much a one-man operation, I started this show almost 2 years ago with my friends, talking me into it. Art Bell at the time said, Gary, get back onto radio. And, it was probably the best thing I ever did. I enjoy bringing you great guests each night during the week in the paranormal. Things like covering abductions with UFOs, aliens, Bigfoot, conspiracies, and disclosure. All the things we touch on Night Dreams Talk Radio each night during the week. But, being pretty much a one-man operation, it was getting really hard to host other shows, and then I would have to board op it. So I was finding myself spending many hours a week hosting board operating, I should say, other people's shows. And it got to the point I was neglecting my show, Night Dreams Talk Radio. To the point, I felt it needed more attention. And also, the other two shows were not really supporting the network. They were supporting themselves. That don't work out. So I made the decision the other day that I was going to concentrate back on my show. We're on radio stations. We're all over the internet. We're on all the major apps. And I want to bring you the very best in the paranormal. Well, now dropping the network and just concentrating on my show, I can do that. I got great guests booked in for April and already into May and working into June. So, also, if you want to help keep Night Dreams growing, you can go to our website, www.nightdreamstalkradio.com, or just type in Night Dreams Talk Radio on your browser and we should pop up. Now, we are flooded, or I should say I am flooded with books. I got 2 years of books from authors just stacked up everywhere because every time I get a guest on, they usually send me a copy of their book or more. And so what I'm going to do is if you make a donation to Night Dreams Talk Radio, I will send you one of these books. Now, these books retail from anywhere from $19.95 to $29.95. I'll send it to you free with any $20 donation. Help support Night Dreams Talk Radio for we can keep growing. And again, a lot of people say, well, gee, you're on radio stations. Well, radio stations don't pay to carry my show. That's the way it is in broadcasting. We got a lot of expenses here on Night Dreams Talk Radio. I got the servers. I have various operating costs. The internet, we use bandwidth. The servers to suck up the bandwidth. And we each month, I look at the bill and I go, oh, wow. But it's worth it with the amount of listeners we have. But again, if you want to make a $20 donation to Night Dreams Talk Radio, I'll send you a great book. And I think it'll be a great read. Now, again, you just go on to www.nightdreamstalkradio.com, scroll down on the webpage, and you'll see a donation button. Make the $20 donation. Within a week, I'll send you out a great book. And that's my way of saying thank you for helping support Night Dreams Talk Radio. Another way you can support my show is tell your friends about us. Share us on Facebook. Again, I'm trying to bring you great guests like Calvin Parker and Steve Bassett and all these other great people in the paranormal. And we got such more great guests lined up. I even have a guest coming up here, I think towards the end of April, who was a writer for screenplay for Star Trek shows, Deep Space Nine and all these other ones. So, it's going to be interesting with some of the guests we have on. Again, tell your friends about Night Dreams Talk Radio. Well, I got to get back to booking guests. I just wanted to take a minute to explain why I dropped the network. And I do sincerely want to thank Michael W. Hall and Eric Cooper. But I couldn't, again, like handling Eric Cooper's show was from 11 o'clock Saturday nights to 2 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, plus another hour afterwards, handling stuff. Again, and then before that, I had Michael's show on for a couple hours, and then I had another person's show on. And it was getting to the point I was neglecting my family. I was neglecting my show because, it adds up all these hours of producing other people's shows. Again, I want to concentrate on my show to give you, my friends, my listeners, the best show I can give you. And again, I feel I was neglecting my show because I was wore out. Anyway, everybody, I want you to have a great weekend that's coming up. And make sure you tune in to tonight's show on Night Dreams Talk Radio. And it's on between 7 and 9 p.m. tonight, Pacific West Coast time. Again, you can find us live at www.Night Dreams Talk Radio. You can find us live on Speaker Radio. Find us on iHeart, virtually every single app, and a bunch of stations out there. And again, if you want Night Dreams Talk Radio on your area, call up your station manager or program director and say, hey, why aren't you carrying Night Dreams Talk Radio after dark with Gary? With that in mind, everybody, take care.